Hey, everybody. Chris Whitehead here from Think to Succeed. And now from Smart Marketing, etc. We're waiting right now for Lonnie's computer to start up because we're going to dual stream live on this thing. Looks like is it working?
We're live. Yep.
Okay.
We're live.
We're live. Oh. So anyway, if you guys had any idea about what we actually went through in order just to get both of these screens up at the same time. So it's going to be fun later trying to figure it out. I just wanted everyone to notice Lonnie's microphone holder here. And he actually just said, you know how many people would not move forward in their business because they couldn't figure out how to hold their microphone. It's the truth.
Yeah, we forgot our stand for the mic. And, that could have been the end all for a lot of people.
I'd have held it.
Yeah, man, I would have held it. I would have hung it over here or something like this.
Or we could have hired somebody to come hold it for a little while.
That's right. The sheriff just walked by. You think he would have held it?
Here comes in there, buddy.
Okay. Let's go.
See, that shows that we're not doing anything wrong, everybody.
Right. Not looking for us.
So I'm down here in DC with Lonnie. We're here for family. We're getting ready for Thanksgiving. But one of the really exciting things for me anyway is we get to talk about a concept that Lonnie and I have been in the process of putting together for well over a year now. And we've actually been coming to this conclusion over the last 5.
Yeah, 5. We've known each other 7 years.
7.
Going on 8. And yeah, all the lion's share of those years have been dedicated to, hey, how can we make this better? How can we create a better experience for the people we want to serve? So
for me, all of you that are on my live right now, hey Chuck, how you doing? Hey Brian. Can't see who else is streaming right now.
I see Rob. Rob's in the house. Hey
Steve
Rob.
Gamlin. Hey, yeah. Steve, how you doing? So for everybody's on here right now, thank you. And for those of you that are on my timeline, you know my story. You know I've been an entrepreneur since I was 24 years old. There are a lot of you that also know of Lonnie because I've spoken of him a lot. He's inside of my groups. He is one of the key instrumental players in helping me. Right now, we're running 7 figures in our offline business, and we've done multiple 6 figures together online. But you might not know his story as much. So I would like to kind of start by, Lonnie, introduce yourself to everybody and kind of tell them, how you began and how you got into internet marketing and where you are now.
Yeah. Well, first of all, thank you, brother. Yeah. I really mean that from the bottom of my heart. This is something we've been talking about doing for a while, and it's finally come to fruition. For those of you who don't know me, primarily the Think to Succeed family, I want to introduce myself. My name is Lonnie Robinson, and I have been a renegade marketer. That's how I got started. My background, basically, I was in the clothing industry. I started working for a retail clothing store. And then as clients came in, they said, hey, have you thought about running your own clothing business? And I said, I have now.
Great.
And I wanted to make sure that those clients would give me the support that I needed. Went on to run a successful clothing business, age of 24 years old, making over $20,000 a month. And I'm not a real big sales figures guy, a numbers guy. I like to talk about more about your results and what we can do for you to provide an experience that's going to lead you down that path of success, both financially, both in life with family and business, and in faith as well. Went on to do that, went on to build a cellular store shortly after that, and sold that store successfully for 7 figures. And based on a philosophy of, hey, if you're going to buy a phone, you need to have someone to talk to. So you need to hold yourself accountable for making sure that you could reach out to them and they're going to respond. So we had a 2-phone policy, which means we had to do everything in our power to sell 2 phones. So that philosophy basically went viral with other companies seeing our success and wanting to adopt that into their business. And we ended up selling that philosophy. People say, you sold your business. No, I actually sold the philosophy that if you sell more phones, you sell 2 phones, you're going to sell more phones to the same people. And went on to successfully share that company for multiple seven figures. And now we're here in the digital arena, and we're basically doing the same thing that we've always done, which is provide a service to people who really not only need it, but appreciate it. A lot of people say that they want to run a business. A lot of people say they want to be successful, and that's where it stops. So along with my buddy, Chris Whitehead, we have been down the trenches. As I said, I was a renegade marketer. I thought that because of the successes I had offline, I could come online and just immediately make tons and tons of money. You know, if you build a site, everybody's going to come running with their credit card in hand. And I don't know about you, but I've never been that guy that, you know, that wakes up in the morning saying, what can I buy today?
No.
So, have you done that?
No, I mean, I think for me, you know, the way that I met you, when I first began, I owned a business in Virginia for 13 years, and the recession came, and I ended up losing that business. And actually, I ended up kind of walking away from that business as I knew that I was going to be losing that business. And I came up to New Hampshire. I started selling for a remodeling company, and I knew that I needed to do something to pay off debt. I knew that I needed to do something to give myself more opportunity than just a sales opportunity at the job. And I started learning about online marketing, and I dumped immediately $10,000. Hey, Rob, how you doing, brother? I ended up dumping $10,000 into a program, which ended up leaning to another 10,000 and another 10,000. And I was buying Facebook ads, and this is in like 2011, maybe. And so I was immediately $30,000 in the hole, and I had no result from it, other than I had built a website pretty much by myself with a little bit of guidance from someone else for that $30,000. I had bought a lot of traffic to realize at the end that the product I was selling was netting me about $5 per sale. And, you know, with over $7, $8, $12 a click, that was definitely not a profitable thing. And so if I ever came close to buying something like shiny object, it was still in the hopes that, yeah, I mean, I finally just made the decision, and maybe some of you all feel this way too. You know, I had heard so much, and I'd watched webinar after webinar and sales ad after sales ad about internet marketing that one day I just said, that one looks good. And I just jumped in and I bought it. Right. And it ended up being the most money that I'd ever spent. But it also led me to meeting you, because once that failed, I realized that without a mentor, there was no way. So how do you choose a mentor? And so I went to blogs, and I found out that, you know, you could connect with influential people on Facebook. And this is 2011. Things have changed a lot since then, but there was a way to connect with people. And I started connecting with influencers, and Lonnie's somebody that I connected with. And lo and behold, we had a 2-hour conversation that, and found out, you know, that our moms have the same name, our sons have the same name. He's from DC. My family lived in DC, and here I am in New Hampshire. And I was like, man, there's all these, you know, you've said it.
Yeah, you got to obey the signs.
You got to obey the signs.
You know, in this industry, like every other industry, you have to be very strategic in who you do business with and how you do business. And I have always been a faith-based person, and I always obey the signs. You know, God leads people to each other, and it's up to us to make those connections. But he sets those little clues and quizzes and all those little things in there. And a lot of times, you know, relationships like this don't ever go discovered because people don't really lean into the signs and lean into the opportunity.
That's right.
Would you say?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So I ended up asking Lonnie to help me with this little business idea that I had called Think to Succeed. And I had a program out there called Social Media Profits, SMP. And Lonnie ended up helping me run a contest that ended up generating 2,000 leads over a month's period of time. And we started selling Social Media Profits. It's only a $10 program. It's not like it was huge money,
right.
But it was but I remember being on this phone, and I remember standing there, and it was like ding, ding. PayPal just kept going up and down, or just going down the screen. $10, 10 or $9.97, $9.97, $9.97, and it was happening all day long. And I immediately realized, wow, this internet marketing thing, it can
It can
happen.
work. Yeah.
It can really, really work. And so I was actually so grateful for what Lonnie had done for me. And he went well above and beyond just helping me make money. And this is something part of smart marketing, et cetera. You know, I mean, guys, gals, we're here to sell stuff, but really at the end of the day, it's connecting the right kind of people with the right kind of people, because you do business long term with the right kind of people. Lonnie was looking out for me much more than just making money. He saw people that were kind of not really doing what they were supposed to be doing, that were connected to my business. And he very gently made me aware that maybe they weren't looking out for me.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I was so grateful that I ended up asking him, you know, man, thank you so much for everything you've done. You know, just let me know if there's anything that I can ever do for you. And he was kind of a smart ass. And he said, man, I don't know what you can do for me. How can you help me? And this was, I think for me, it was the determining factor in our relationship. I was like, I'm not going to have somebody that I just told that, like, I'm really grateful you've helped me understand something. I'm not going to let you go without knowing how grateful I am. And I think we are where we are today because I kind of took that as a challenge.
Yeah, you took it as a challenge. And, you know, there was a purpose for that. What can you do to help me? Because let me tell you, there's a lot of that going around. That's a famous saying. Hey, let me know if I can help you. What can I do to help you? And it's not that I didn't think Chris had capabilities of helping me achieve something. It's just that people's commitment to helping other people is so paper thin.
Yeah, that's true. That's
And
really true.
I didn't know him that well. Yeah, I'm obeying the signs, but you know, I want to make sure that he's obeying the signs too. So it takes two, but
Key play.
right. And as time went on, as we allowed it to happen, as time went on, we started to see that those similarities. We started to see where I was weak and he was strong, and I was strong and he was weak. And we sat down and we had several 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8 hour conversations about how do we help each other, but how do we help the people out here who desperately need it? Chris just told you his story about he spent $30,000 and no result. You know, it proves that when you build it, they don't come. So,
Nope.
You know, I was a renegade marketer because I came in and with my chest out, you know, because I had done built 6 and 7 figure businesses. And I thought that the online experience in the world of digital marketing was child's play. You know, if you can do this thing in the brick and mortar world, you can definitely crush it in the click and order world. And yeah. So, you know, when I tell people I've been doing this for 15 years, February 2nd will be my 15th anniversary.
Wow.
Yeah. When I tell people that, I also like to follow up with, it's a marathon. It's definitely not a 40-yard dash or any of those small races that you're in. This thing takes time. It takes persistence. It takes commitment.
Yeah.
You have to be a student. Our premise at Robinson Infomedia is learn, create, share. And that's not something that I just said, hey, let me think of something that's going to sound cute. It's basically built on the premise of learning something new, creating something amazing from what you've learned if you've gotten favorable results. And if you've gotten favorable results, you want to share it with the world. So that's basically where we've come from. That's our backstory. I think more than anything, when I think of marketers and these so-called gurus, man, I always see a guy in like a robe or something with a bald head.
No.
Like Gandhi, you know, that's what I think of when I hear the word guru. But we've taken that word and twisted it around a little bit. But when I hear about these gurus, you know, it's like, how can I help myself? How can I continue to finance my lifestyle? What can I think of to share with someone and hope that they're going to buy? So I'm going to sound cool. I'm going to sound really smart, and I'm going to under deliver what I said I would. But I can live with that because people don't follow through.
That is what the gurus say.
Yeah.
And they know that. And I remember you telling me about that, they would sit in back rooms. Hey, Brooke, how you doing? Good to see you soon. It was amazing to me that people would sit in the back room and laugh at the fact that they know that only a certain
what I said I would.
pausing it. So that only a certain percentage of people are actually going to do the work. And that's kind of what has led us into smart marketing, et cetera, because, once Lonnie helped me make some money, I went out and started finding Lonnie clients. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing?
Read that.
I started helping Lonnie find clients, and we were able to help, a lot of people build websites, build sales funnels, help them with exactly what they were asking for. But we also found two things actually. Number one, even after we helped people get what they wanted more.
And what they said they wanted.
Yeah, well, we helped them get exactly what they asked for, but that wasn't what they actually wanted. And they weren't able to communicate that. And that confused me and Lonnie. The second thing that we found out is that some of these people were required to put in some effort of their own in their own business. I mean, God forbid. And we would find they were having a hard time. We would do our part and they wouldn't end up doing their part. And it was really frustrating because, we're selling over 6 figures a year. We're definitely able to, show people value. We're able to show them what that looks like. They're able to ask for what they want. We were able to deliver on what they asked for. And they say, well, okay, what's next? Well, what's next? And Lonnie would say, go build your business.
Build your business.
Because, the funnel's done. And they wanted the relationship to continue, but oftentimes they didn't have any more money. They didn't have any more money for traffic. They didn't have any more money to really go to the next step. And what Lonnie and I learned from that process is that we weren't really qualifying people for what they needed. Mm-hmm. We were, and I'll speak of me because Lonnie only came in on the backside of that sales conversation. You guys know that I own a remodeling company. If somebody says I want a deck, I build them a deck. If they say they want an addition or a bathroom or a kitchen, I build them a kitchen. But from what I learned in internet marketing, when somebody says I want a kitchen, the question I ask now is why? What do you want to do with it? Because what I learned online is that people are hearing buzzwords. They're hearing like, this is what you need. And so they say, I want it. And they have a price comparison. So if you're at that price or better and they like you, they'll buy it from you, but they don't necessarily know what they're going to do with it.
Exactly.
And so that led to us actually starting a program last year called Digital Marketing Mavericks, because we didn't want to just sell people anymore portions of the sales funnel or portions of the overall branding of their business. We wanted to sell them a result.
Absolutely.
And tell them what results we got from that.
Wow, tremendous results. We created brands for people and they understood what it meant. Sometimes people will say, build it for me. And that's the message we hear. Well, I want to go back because the conversation we had after so many successes, thousands of dollars of building things that people ask for, what we realized is that what they asked for is not what they said they wanted is not what they really wanted.
Right.
For example, someone wants you to build them a lead capture funnel, right? We built the best, most beautiful lead capture funnel, high converting funnel that they could ever ask for. But when we're finished, it's like, okay, so where are my leads?
Right. Right. It's not how that works.
And I didn't get leads and they didn't convert into customers. Well, you didn't say that. You said you wanted a car. You didn't say you wanted an Uber. You didn't say you wanted us to drive it.
Right.
We brought you the car. We didn't bring you the car and the driver.
Right.
We brought you the car. So I think one of the learning curves we had to overcome was pay close attention to what people are saying that they want, but provide them what they need.
Because at the end of the day, it's your reputation on the line. So any of you all that are in business, if you're watching this right now, I have customers in the offline world that at the end of the day, when we build that bathroom or kitchen or addition or whatever, my name is forever linked to those people and to that addition, whether or not I ever see it again. So I'm very responsible for it. In the online world, it's even more important, because if you don't qualify people before you sell them something, they will be a happy customer on the front end, but that doesn't mean that they'll be happy on the back end. And because we're moving so many things online now, it won't be long till those people that bait and switch or that sell and can't service, that they're found out just like offline businesses, and you'll drive yourself out of business. So it's important for you to do yourself a favor and make sure that the people that are potentially interested in what you're offering them are qualified for what you can do to help them. But because I will tell you, in my offline business, we have an ideal client. We have someone that, you know, we can help. And then we have people that it's not in our best interest or theirs to do business with them. Because at the end of the day, it won't be a satisfactory result for them or for us. But anyway, we're digressing a little bit. So, you know, we were helping people kind of in a renegade way, build funnels and build web pages and do all that. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Hey, Marty. We were helping people build all this stuff, and we were kind of one-offing. And I mean, we were doing well. I mean, we were selling $17,000 websites. We were selling $6,000 websites. We were selling $2,500 websites, all based upon what people need. We do a squeeze page and a landing page for $3,000. I mean, we're helping people, but they kept coming back and going, where are my leads? And we were like, uh-oh. Well, do you have any more money? And they go, no, we gave you all our money. And Lonnie would kind of laugh and say, Chris, well, you did it. You got all their money. And, but now they need more help, and we can't help them. So that led us to creating a company called Digital Marketing Mavericks. And hey, Max, how you doing, brother? We ended up creating Digital Marketing Mavericks last year. We brought on a beta group. And tell about some of the results. I mean, good, bad, and indifferent that we got with Digital Marketing Mavericks.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a good and bad is a mix. It's like a soup.
Well, it ends up being lukewarm. Like, we know what that's like.
Right. So we had people who invested, you know, like $5,000 in the program. We had those clients who would come and go in and out of the program. We had clients who were just committed to the program, seeing it through. They're now making sales. They're now building new leads and new opportunities, both online and offline. They're continuing to be coached by us. So we've created this little inner circle that is like an open invitation for those people who raised their hand and said, I want some help. Not everybody stayed in the game. You know, we had people who didn't know exactly what they wanted in their business. They came to us and we said, hey, you're going to be this. You're going to do this. I don't know if that's a good thing or not, because I'm really passionate about what I do. Chris is passionate about what he does. And together, our passion spills over into our clients. And we teach that now. We don't just say, hey, you're going to be Superman, and you're going to be the Hulk, and you're going to be Wonder Woman. We don't give them those titles now. No. We connect with them, and we make the decision about what is going to make them money, what is going to be something that they're going to continue to be passionate about for many years to come. I've got this thing, 3 questions that you should ask yourself about your business. Have I told you about this?
Let's hear.
Yeah. So the first thing you need to ask yourself is it profitable? Right? Meaning that if you're going to go into business, is it potentially set up for profitability? Second thing is it scalable? Is it something that, even though you start it now, can it grow and blossom into something bigger and better? You know, think about Amazon, think about Apple, think about Microsoft. These cameras are killing me.
I just look at the camera.
I know, right?
Because that's like 4 seconds
Right. And so the third thing, the most important question you need to ask yourself is it fun? Are you having fun? We're having fun. Is it fun? Is it something that, you know, with science and technology and medicine advancing so much, I know Vishen Lakhiani, uh, just a serial entrepreneur. He's working along with other smart marketers and philanthropists on coming up with a cure for death, because death is a disease. We won't get into all of that,
Right.
but essentially he wants you to live to be 180 years old, and he thinks it's possible. So think about this. If you run a business that you don't like and you happen to live to be 180 years old, are you having fun? If not, you need to find something else to do, or you need to make what you have fun. Maybe you're not giving your all. Maybe you're not really giving it what it deserves. But you got to ask yourself those three questions. And those are the three questions that we strategically ask our clients through conversation. Is your idea profitable? Is your idea scalable? And the third question is the one that becomes more obvious and apparent, because
is it fun?
Is it fun? They don't show up. They,
Right.
change lanes.
Right.
So we've been able to talk with prospects and clients and really get crystal clear, and help them get crystal clear on their purpose and what it is that they're expecting to do, and what we can help them create that's going to be long lasting.
Well, and it reminds me of something. I don't know about you all, but I took life really seriously for a long, long time. And there's a Gary Larson cartoon with this kid, and he's leaning up against the door and he's pushing as hard as he can on it. And it says on the door, school for the gifted. And it says right on the handle, pull. And that was my life, I was willing to put in the hustle, which meant I would grind and grind and grind and grind. And I was willing to push on that pull door so hard and get no great result from it, other than some strong triceps, I suppose. But,
right.
But, there are a lot of people out there that are doing that. And, our hearts go out to people that are at least willing to try really hard, because, we want to capture, we want to have these conversations. And, so we went from like renegade helping people out in Facebook land, mostly Facebook land, set up their website, set up funnels, do all sorts of stuff. Then we started helping people with the idea of getting them a result. Mm-hmm. And in the process of helping get people results, we still found business owners that sometimes were willing to be business owners, and sometimes Midvale School for the Gifted in the mug. Yep, that's it, Steve. And then we found some people that weren't really ready to lean in to be business owners. And, if any of you have watched my personal lives before, I talk about the 95% rule in owning a business. After 5 years, 95% of all businesses fail. And there's a reason for that. And that reason is like a list about 12 long, but the main reason is that people stop doing it. Mm-hmm. And, we found that even though we were helping people earn 5+ figures a month that had never earned money online ever, that we found that some people were quitting. And that really led not me as much, because I own an offline business too. Lonnie's 100% online now. But after doing it for 15 years, Lonnie was getting, to be honest, he's getting frustrated about it. Yeah. And it led him to create a program called Affiliatepreneur X. And so tell people about why the synthesis of the genesis actually of Affiliatepreneur X, and what that meant to you.
Well, what it meant to me is that I could take the results that I have gotten in the affiliate marketing arena. I haven't sold I've done pretty well in affiliate marketing. I have one of the lowest refund rates in the affiliate marketing arena. Have proof that's documented. I have been able to teach other people that model successfully. So I looked at it and I said, hey, if I could take all of the tools that I use, the resources that I use, and create something that people could get started with and not have to do a lot of work, because the bottom line is people don't really want to listen to your courses or do the work, put the work in. They want help, and they want somebody to do it for them, especially if they're unclear on what it is that they want.
Right.
So we did that. We put together emails. We found some of the best products and services that we promoted in the past, that we've sold in the past. Some of them were products that were repurposed. We repurposed them, and we put together a system. So the way that system works is you get on a list. We create a lead capture page for you. Your prospect gets on the list. We follow up with them. We do all the selling, and in the background, they're getting emails, automated emails each and every day. We're up to what,
360 plus emails.
Something emails, yeah. So each and every day, they're going to be followed up with an offer, not necessarily an offer, but we're sharing offer, but we're sharing. I saw author because I saw Ron Douglas. He said, "Y'all some gurus."
I know.
Ron Douglas is the author, is the guru of all authors because he is the author guru.
Yeah, he did okay.
Yeah, he did. He did pretty good.
He did okay.
Yeah, he did okay.
He might be able to buy McDonald's tonight.
Right. Buy a franchise.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
So here's the thing though. So, Lonnie kind of got this bug under him, like, look, man, they don't really want to do the work. I'm running into it. They're losing steam. They just aren't ramped up yet. So I'm going to create this program. I'm going to create all the emails behind it. I'm going to put the products in there that I know that convert. All they have to do is do what?
Drive traffic.
All they have to do is drive traffic.
Yep.
And so, Lonnie put a bunch of time in, put that all together. And then about 6 months ago, Lonnie and I started getting real serious about growing this business.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Catherine, how you doing? Lonnie and I started getting real serious about growing this business. And because I had so much success with Lonnie, I started bugging the crap out of him about, we need a Facebook traffic guy. We need a Facebook traffic guy. We need a Facebook traffic guy. And he said, man, we'll do traffic when traffic's ready. And me being me, I don't take no for an answer. I said, we need a Facebook traffic guy.
Right.
So long story short, we ended up investing in one of the best Facebook traffic guys out there. And we found out that he wasn't just a traffic guy.
Yeah.
He does high ticket offers. We have a high ticket offer, and he vetted us, and he wanted to make sure that we had a product
Right.
that not only we could sell for a high ticket, but that it was scalable. And when it's really funny what happens when sometimes we're so close to doing what we do that when another expert comes in and they're standing outside of that circle, they can see so clearly the things that you can't see.
Right.
And he very quickly said, man, Affiliatepreneur X sounds great, looks great, but it's not scalable for this and that and this reason. And so that's fine. I ended up having a conversation with him, and I wanted to go back to the coaching model, and Lonnie wasn't having it. He was not having it at all because he realized that model the way that we do it, it's like Lonnie did. I mean, he told you earlier in the live, he did custom suits for people. Lonnie's the one doing the custom suits. Now, he wasn't putting them together, but he was the one individually tailoring it to each client. Yeah. It's hard to scale that because it's hard to create another you. But Lonnie, we're talking this coach, so to speak. We didn't know he was going to be a coach, but he ended up becoming a coach. And he just said, man, you got to do something scalable. And I said, let's do the coaching model. And he says, that definitely is. We can do that. Lonnie came to me on a phone call. I was in Rodanthe, North Carolina, right before the big hurricane came. And I spoke to Lonnie, and he came up with something called high ticket franchise. And boy, am I glad that he did. And so without getting into the details of it too much, because you're going to be able to see that in the future. Talk about what the problems are that high ticket franchise solves for people.
Okay, so here's the deal. Acquiring clients. So it's such a, these gurus will say it's easy. We have some gurus watching, by the way. So they're probably going to be mad with me when we get off.
That's good.
Yeah, it's fine.
We like being this.
Opens up conversation.
You can send a private message.
Most of them are my friends anyway.
I
love you in advance, and we'll have a great civil conversation after this. But the problem is that they're selling they're selling the vision, they're selling the dream, and they're not really giving them the tools that they can use because they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work.
Yeah.
So it's the truth. They don't want to get on the phone. They don't want to get on Facebook Live. They're afraid of, you know, do I look bad? How do I sound? Do I know what to say? Am I going to get stumped? Am I going to have a microphone in a glass because I forgot my holder? You know, everything has to be perfect. So what we've done is with high ticket franchises, we've raised our hands and say, hey, come join us.
Right.
And we're going to help you.
Right.
We're going to close deals for you.
Right.
We're going to position you for success. We're going to let you go in and actually use all of our email templates and use all of our copy and everything, our marketing pieces. And then when you fall, we're going to be there to pick you up. If you fall, we're going to be there to pick you up. So if you get stumped, you can say, hey, look, Chris, I've got this client, well, this prospect that I really need help on. Chris will get on the phone and lean in and really roll his sleeves up and be willing to help close these deals. So our closing rate is pretty successful. It's, as Chris would call it, disgusting. It's disgustingly good. Generally, when we get on a call with someone, because we care so much and because we're listening, because we're hearing what they're not telling us they want, because we already know based on what they're asking for, we're able to help them make a decision, a buying decision, if they're really serious about their business and moving it to the next level. We're able to do that and do it successfully. So working with us and partnering with us, it gives you that advantage over a lot of marketers that are out there in the field that are selling you that dream. And for some, it's not necessarily a dream. I'm not trying to put down other marketers and saying we're your only option. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people don't believe enough in themselves. It's not about the market, the guru or the coach or the mentor.
Right.
It's about, they don't believe in themselves. And what they'll do is they'll run. I can count the number of times that we've had to call people and say, hey, where are you? Let's get on the call. And we've had a guy come in and say, nobody's ever come and got me.
Right.
You know, I was running because I'm scared. I know I paid the money. I don't want my money back. We had a client one time who said, you know, this is a lot of work. I know I've invested. And he did ask for a refund. We said, no, because we're here to help you. That's not fair. And he says, well, just keep the money because I'm not ready. And I said, come back when you're ready.
Right.
Yeah. So that's who we are. I mean, we really want to dive in. We're results driven. We're ultimate experience driven, and we want to see you succeed.
So, you know, when we were talking to Lonnie and I invested, you know, around $10,000 with this guy. And he said, you know, if you want to sell your high ticket item, you have to have something that's scalable. Mm-hmm. And, you know, we knew that in order for it to be scalable and successful, that it had to produce a result for people. And so Lonnie came back to me with this product called High Ticket Franchise. And what it ended up solving for our clients, and this is not a sales pitch at all. It's literally the truth. It takes the client as the element that is the variable out of the equation. When somebody ends up joining High Ticket Franchise, they don't have to do the work. They don't have to do the selling. We do the selling for them. There are a few things that they have to do, but most of that has to do with educating themselves and becoming something. We're in the process of showing them a result for it. And again, we'll talk more about that part in the future, but I just wanted you to understand this evolution over time. You know, here I am, I've been a business owner for 20 plus years. Lonnie's been a business owner for 20 plus years. We know we're in the game. We know that we know how to make it happen and stay in the game, even with all the changes in the world. Mm-hmm. And of course, we're looking for more people like that. But with 95% of people not succeeding through that process, we found out over the last 5 years, that the statistics just don't lie. You know, we help people with a portion of their business. It's not good enough. We help people create their whole business and they don't show up and build their business. We ended up creating Affiliatepreneur X, which is all they have to do is share it. And we find that people have a hard time selling it all, their business. And then we created an opportunity for people to own a franchise, which is modeled after us, where you don't have to sell it. You don't have to market it. We're even going to do that part for you as well. And that led to one other thing that I've been bugging Lonnie about for about a year, and he would not leave it alone. I would not leave it alone. You would not leave it alone. And he would not say yes. And I was just like, man, I'm telling you.
But I didn't say no.
You didn't know. You never said no. You just diverted the conversation. And Steve says, legit, the integrity you see on your screen right now, living proof is typing this message. Thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, Steve.
But so this is from my perspective. You know, I'm running a 7-figure offline business right now because of this dude right here. You know, he stuck with me. We had phone call after phone call after phone call. We had aha moments. We had moments where I've gotten choked up on the phone telling him what was going on in my life. And he was there for me, not just as a consultant, not just as a friend, but as a brother. And so when we say that, it's not something that we say lightly. Everybody throws that word around, but, you know, I found that he was somebody that, you know, truly knows how to stand in the gap. And the thing is that Lonnie's always kind of kept, in my opinion, in the background compared to a lot of the people that can really produce results out there in the world. Mainly because he never really had to. And he knew that. What I felt was so important is that, look, in this short amount of time, this guy has helped me in ways that I don't even know how to verbalize. But if we could have a format, if we could have something where not only do you hear me talk, which you probably don't want to, not only do you get to hear Lonnie share the philosophies of foundational growth, because I'm telling you, this guy, he'll tell you a long story over a year's period of time. And when you finally put that last piece on top and he pulls you back to look at it, you'll understand that you built a castle on a strong rock foundation. And you don't always know in the meantime, but you're growing the whole time. Not only do you get to hear him, but what if we ended up having conversations with other high achievers out there and taking the time that's necessary, not a sales pitch. I mean, yeah, there might be opportunities where you can get to know more about them and buy their stuff. And yeah, everybody wants to do that. But what if we took people that really care about our industry, that really care about being an entrepreneur, that really care about providing quality service, more important than the buck that they make, because they understand how things really happen. Right. What if we took the time to have conversations with them so that we could start to help you grow? Start to help you have an aha moment like I've had, like I'm sure you've had. I mean, this dude only speaks the way he speaks and shares the way he shares because of the mentors that he had growing up too. So the last thing that Lonnie committed to doing, which is one of the things I'm the most happy about, is smart marketing, etc. Because we're getting ready to do a podcast.
Going to do a podcast to share messages like this.
Yep.
That introduces you to who we are, our philosophies, our missions, our values. And it's not about us. And he'll say the same thing. It's not about us. We've put ourselves in a position where we're okay.
Yep.
But there's a lot of people out there who aren't okay. And they need someone that they can trust. They need someone that understands them. They need someone that hears what they're asking for, but it only stays here. It doesn't come out here. We hear those things. We know those things. We really position not only ourselves, but you for success. And whatever that means to you, whatever it means to you. To some people, it means making $500 a month. To some people, it means really being able to go on that vacation and really being able to contribute to the world from a philanthropy position, being able to give back. And we want to get the opportunity to have a conversation with you and and take you through that. So we'd like for you to join our Facebook group. I've got a link. You've got a link there, right?
Yeah, I've got a link in here, smartmarketing.com/FB.
Yep. Join us there. Let us know where are you? Where are you on the ladder of success?
Well, and what kind of topics would you like to hear about? I mean, we have an idea of what's important, but it would be awesome to hear from you what you think is important, because what I've experienced is the power of a network that is powerful, knowing how to tap into that network, knowing how to offer back to that network, can set up success that is so much easier than you can't get there fast. A lot of people promise you riches overnight. That crap doesn't happen, but you can get there a lot faster by being tapped into the kinds of people that can share the philosophy about how to build a business, and the people that you're running with, and why you dress the way you dress, and why you communicate the way you communicate, and who you communicate to, and when you communicate. I mean, it just goes on and on and on. It's like your dad or your mom teaching you step by step how to be in this game for a long time.
Right.
And I know until I met Lonnie, I'd been searching for it all my life in one form or another. And, you know, we've been able to make some really good progress together. We just want to share with other people because, quite frankly, we know that we're going to succeed at a higher level because of it. But our success is now 100% dependent upon your success.
Right.
And we like those odds.
Yeah.
We really, really like those odds.
Yeah. We've positioned ourselves where it's a can't miss thing.
Yep.
Once we get the intel, once we know what we know, once we help you understand what it is that you really want, how do you lose there? How do you lose? There's no way that you lose. There's some of our clients that are here now.
Yeah.
And they're a testament to that.
Well, I mean, the thing is, and like with the podcast is free, of course. It's there to give people, the way that I look at it, I've been listening to some podcasts. I've been telling Lonnie about it too, and they're long form, and that means that they go 3 hours. I'm not going to say we're going to do 3 hour podcasts, but we might.
You never know.
Because I mean, tell you what, when we talk for a long, long time to each other. But the ability to really just listen in and go, you know what? Every one of those podcasts is not going to be for me. But you'll start to hear a theme of how to swim in that water little bit by little bit. And I know for me, you know, things that Lonnie's talked about with me, sometimes in the past, when he was sharing those things, I was like, what the hell are you talking about? And why are you telling me? I mean, honestly, I don't know. Or why are you repeating yourself for the 400th time? Now I know it's hard hit. But you know, over time, you start to see people grow. And Lonnie had an opportunity with the Boy Scouts of America to just herd cats, you know, to bring them together and to help them run toward a common goal over a long period of time. And he's taken that skill set everywhere he's gone ever since then. And it just works. The problem is that everybody comes too late with too little money after they've already been sold down the road to everybody else.
Yeah.
I was one of those people. I want to put a stop to it. Lonnie's been putting a stop to it. And the goal is to end up creating a network of people that are having financial success, having family success, having faith-based success, having fitness in their lives, and being able to take that as a group and be strong as a syndicate together. And we've already started to create it.
Yes.
It's very powerful when it's small, but as it grows bigger, it's something that can benefit people in ways that they never, ever knew that they could be benefited from it. That far goes beyond business. And that's what we're in the process of putting together. And all you have to do is come to smartmarketing.com/FB. It's a free group. We're going to continue to grow that group, and then we're going to share with people inside of that group where they can come listen to the podcast. We're going to share inside of that group where they can come and learn more about what it is that we do and have the opportunity to get on a phone call with us and see if we can help you out with what you do. But I really appreciate you taking the time.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's awesome. I didn't think we were going to get over this technology thing.
Man, this is still a little weirding me out just a little.
Yeah, so
because this one's behind.
This computer over here is like 5 to 6 seconds on delay.
Yeah.
This one's the one that's like live.
It's live, real time.
I'm not used to looking between two places, but I'm sure I'll look at these videos later and go, man, you got an egghead, Chris.
You.
It is what it is. You don't have to be pretty.
No, you don't. Trust me.
But thank you, everyone, for being on the live today. And if you think this has some value, if you think this is something, not only should you come and join, share it on your timeline, get the message out there, let people know that we're putting this out there. It's kind of goodwill toward people, that they can come be part of a marketing group where they can really start to take the time to learn what it's going to take to be an entrepreneur for the rest of your life.
Yes,
because that's the
and have fun being the entrepreneur.
I'm telling you, being on the have fun side is so much better than the way that I used to do it. Even when, and they do, strange things happen in business.
Sure.
I'm able to take that with a degree and a sigh of relief, because it's not the definition of who I am, nor is it the destiny that is going to crumble my tower. And I'm aware of that now, because I have skills now that I know that no matter where you drop me off, I can make this thing work. And we want to help other people do the same thing. So just comment on this thread, share it out to other people. That's how Facebook knows that it's a relevant post or video or whatnot. And if you have questions, feel free to ask us. We'll be happy to answer them.
Yeah, for sure. So yeah, make sure you join us in the group. We're going to announce our podcast, the release of it. Chris came down, was it Friday night? Yeah. We've been spending time and really having conversations about how do we provide that ultimate experience, not only from our perspective, but from a perspective where people really value it, and they really say, hey, it's me, it's my turn, and I'm ready to really run with someone who I know actually cares about not only my business, but my life, and about, achieving the goals that we set out.
That's right. I was threatened that I was going to have some salmon today.
And you are.
Salmon.
It's salmon.
It's salmon.
Wrong.
It's
wrong.
You guys have a great day. Share this video out. Look, it's Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Remember that word, thanks and giving. Think about that. Doesn't have anything to do with what you put in your mouth. Love on the people that are in front of you right now. Go love on somebody that's on the street or somebody that might need your help. You never know, the life you save might be your own. I'm Chris Whitehead from Smart Marketing, etc.
Lonnie Robinson with Smart Marketing, etc.
We love you guys. Hope you have an awesome Thanksgiving holiday, and see you soon.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Salmon.
Okay, how do I cut this thing off? Let's see.
I don't know.
Let's see. We got to cut this off here. We'll go back. So I'm at the news feed.
You can X out of Facebook, maybe.
Yeah, I'll do that. Lose the whole video.
Is that what it does? It doesn't do that. It's on Zoom.
Yeah, it is. Okay. We're good here.
Zoom.
Let's go to Zoom.
So it's still live. See?
Yeah, we'll end meeting.
End meeting. That's
there it is.
See ya.